Good morning, Greek students. This is Professor Mitzi Smith. Welcome to B5010 Essentials of Greek. So by now you should have your textbook. If for any reason you don't have your textbook, please get with one of your classmates and have them to copy for you the first few pages of the book if you don't have it. So I encourage you to read the introduction to our primary textbook, not just begin with chapter 1. Read the brief introduction on studying a language, right? Introduction to language study, particularly for people who perhaps have never had a language course. In fact, I didn't have a language course in high school, and it wasn't until I went to college to earn a BA, a bachelor's degree in theology, did I take a language, and it was Greek for the very first time. So, on page 1 of your textbook is the Greek alphabet. There are 5 columns in this table. The first column gives you the lowercase of the Greek alphabet, which many of you, have you noticed that many of the letters can look very similar to English letters, right? The uppercase is in column 2. Early manuscripts, the earliest manuscripts of the New Testament were written in all caps, right? But the New Testaments that you have, Greek New Testaments that you have access to, only perhaps the beginning of a paragraph or a chapter or proper nouns begin with the capital letters. So you need to be able to recognize them, but you need to really know the lowercase. The next column, the third column from the left, name, gives you the name of the alphabet. The fourth column gives you the pronunciation. The fifth column is a modern pronunciation. We will not be using the modern pronunciation. We will be using the fourth column pronunciation. So don't bother with the fifth column. So there are 24 characters in the Greek alphabet. So that means 6 times 4, 24, right? It could be very helpful for you to learn to memorize them 4 at a time, like alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta, eta, theta, iota, kappa, lambda, mu, nu, psi, omicron, pi, rho, sigma, tau, upsilon, phi, last 4, phi, keep, psi, omega. So from alpha to omega. So I'm going to go through the pronunciations with you. The first letter of the Greek alphabet is the alpha. And it has the sound when you're pronouncing it as like the A in father, like a sound. That's the alpha. So I encourage you to, in your practice sessions, to use all of your senses, speak out loud the alphabet, the words, the sentences that you practice in Greek. Write. Repetition is the key. Repetition and consistency is the key to learning any language. Write as you speak. For example, I would be sitting with a notepad and I would be writing alpha, and every time I said alpha, I'd write the lowercase alpha, right? Sound is beta. So both of those letters look somewhat like English letters, right? Beta has the B sound as in boy, b. beta, alpha, beta. Gamma is the third letter of the Greek alphabet. And if you were to put a sort of a hood, a quarter of a circle over the top of it, it would maybe resemble a G, right? Gamma has the G sound in g. Delta, delta. It looks like a D, looks like a fancy D, and it has the D sound as in dog, d. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta. And then we have epsilon. Epsilon looks like a fancy E, right? If you learned cursive, you sometimes wrote E's that look like that. Pet has the short E sound, eh. The next letter is zeta, Now that looks unusual, so you really have to learn that and write it over and over. Zeta. And it has the DS sound as in the word finds in in English. Finds, right? Like a Z sound, Z, right? Zeta. And, okay, alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta. Eta comes after zeta. Eta comes after zeta, eta. And it has the A sound as in the word late, a long A sound. Late. And then we have theta. Now, if you took the top, the round portion off the top of it and the round portion off the bottom, it would maybe resemble an H, perhaps, but it's a TH sound, as in theta, thing, th.